What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today. A little bit more relaxed, of course, because it's the awards and stats of the 2023 season, and we did lock it down with those wins near the end and went 14-2 to just barely retain one of those bye-week spots. We do not have the number one seed for the first time in a while, and I'd be a little more okay with it if Denver was more inclined to have actually, do they? They probably do have snow. They probably would have snow, wouldn't they? Denver, we might have some snow. Okay, if we play him, Mr. Kermit, I'm fine with that. 10 straight wins, clutched it up, and this is what the playoffs look like. Of course, we do already have some results. We won't show those until next week. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the record of the league. And let's take a look at these stats. So Marcus Mariota went absolutely off. I believe this to be his best, where is he, stats and contracts, best season yet. Maybe not, actually. 2020 was very good. Very, very good. Where's the passer rating? Do they show that? I guess, oh no, right here, 135.6. So best passer rating by a little bit. But yeah, I'd still say 2020 was better. That's how good I mean, look at these seasons. As far as the user league goes, this is legendary. Rushing, of course, is going to be pretty bad across the board. We did have our most rushing yards and touchdowns, so very good season. Fumble? What's a fumble? Ronald Jones barely had over 1,000 yards. Didn't get to 10 touchdowns. Webster, 627, 9 touchdowns. Mariota, we already seen that. Receiving now, 3 guys in the thousands, and of course Johnny would have joined them to be number 4 if he didn't get hurt, which is actually a pretty big loss for us. Tylan Wallace, 11 touchdowns. Batson, 12 touchdowns. And now let's move on to the blocking. Clabo, that's not good. Our offensive line gave up quite a bit, but we do like to hold the ball well, a long time, so for the most part, our offensive line does do a really good job. Harold Landry, 25.5 sacks. Absolutely amazing. 11.5 for X. What's his name? Zimenez. There he is. Almost said X. Gonna give it to you. 11.5. He did have a couple of big sack games, so I wish the first half of the season would have been a little more consistent. Gilbert obviously balled out of his mind this season. The numbers aren't super great because animations are kind of bad for linebacker. Jayon Brown with 9 picks. Nice. Who had the most tackles on the team? Jayon? Jayon with 81. Gilbert, 76. Not terrible stuff. Now let's take a look at interceptions. Interceptions seem to be down for us this year. Jayon with 9. Jonathan Jones with 8. Thompson with 7. Hooker with 5. Gilbert with 4. Adoree with 3. 1 for Kennedy, Brown, and Randall. However, Adoree Jackson, 27 deflections, which I believe is the most in the league, and that is one of the ways you can get a dev up as a corner. So we might just clutch superstar development for Adoree Jackson at the age of 28, and he might be able to lock up one of those, well, not even might, but if he gets it, he'll have a second ability, which is nice. We had almost the perfect season with Jake Elliott, except for Rod deciding to block a kick. We did, in fairness, we did miss 2 extra points. One of them was blocked. Who the hell was that? Was that him as well? I think it was someone else, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, still a really good season. Cameron Johnston, pretty decent season for a punter, I suppose. 24 punts, 14 of them were inside, not the touchback zone. Jalen Webster, over 1,000 yards kick returning. Not bad. And then that's pretty much it from our actual stats. Looking at the league stats, most yards went to Patrick Mahomes. However, yikers. I mean, looking at this list, it's really just us for good. Well, there's a couple other guys with good touchdown to pick ratio. And honestly, our interception sliders are pretty low. If you have a one-on-one situation, you're not going to be able to win that pick at all. So, yeah, Joe Burrow probably would have had a lot better of a season, but I believe he did get injured. Had a lot of guys over 4,000 yards, but that's kind of the way the league is leaning. Touchdowns, we had the second most, but obviously that touchdown to pick ratio was out of this world. Completion percentage-wise, who was the most accurate? Jacob Eason with 73%, Locke with 69, Haskins with 68, Mariota with 68, and then so on and so forth. Most yards per game goes to Mahomes. We were one of the 4 quarterbacks with over 300 Passer rating, the best was Mariota. Burrow was on a a good path before he got injured. But yeah, 136.7 is just absolutely ridiculous. Longest of the season. Apparently Lamar Jackson broke a record or something because 100 yards. How many guys are getting these long plays? What, like, are people holding hitting X and B? Like, I don't understand. The most sacks in the season. We actually gave up a lot of sacks. Holy crap. Okay, dude. The least amount of sacks of actual eligible QBs, in my opinion, goes to who? Oh, it only... Wait, what? Am I stupid? What's going... Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. So Watson seemed to have the least amount of sacks allowed. We allowed a lot. But that, once again, that's us holding on to the ball quite a bit. Really, is this the highest yard? Wow, nobody... Damn, we all sucked on the ground this year. Okay, dude. Yeah. Not many over 1,000. We had quite a, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people over 1,000. One of them being a QB, if you want to call Lamar a QB. I'm sorry, that's a joke. It's a joke. We did have 2 guys of our own with 9 touchdowns, which is nice. Yards per game. What about yards per play? Lamar at 12. McCaffrey at 9.1. Kyler at 8.1. Where's the actual running backs? I mean, these are all backups. Ronald Jones is up there, but our guys are pretty good too. Receiving yardage. Bentley with 1,567. Tyreek at 1,500. A couple of guys at 1,500. We threw to quite a few different players. We had 3 guys in the 1,000 range. There's a lot of people in the league with over 1,000. Wow, Will Fuller at 1,000 exactly. Yards per play, Tyreek at 31. What's that? That's not even 31. It's 32 just about. Kirk at 30. A lot of guys at 30 here are very close to. Touchdowns, most touchdowns in the league, Jerry Jeudy at 18. A couple of decent names here. What else do we have? Longest play. Marquise Brown was the 100-yard player. Where did somebody run commit? It's the story there. Most solely. McGarry with 36 sacks allowed. Look at these numbers. Oh, my Lord. This is not okay. Oh, my. Most tackles did go to Devin Bush. Darius Leonard, Wagner, Miles Jack are the only 4 guys over 100. Cowboys, how do you get 2 guys at almost 100? That's got to be bad defense, right? That's what Scooby Carter with a great season, by the way, from Rod. That's the only way I think you can get to those numbers, right? Most sacks goes to McKinley at 30, which is actually against the rules. Because we were supposed to have max of 29, which is what Myles Garrett re-hit. He had 28 before, and then he hit 29 this time. Fletcher Cox at 28.5. Some really high numbers for sacks this year. Higher than most years, I think. I probably should have just showed. Terrell Casey! Look at him go. He did have some pretty good seasons with us as well, to be fair. Those are some numbers. Pick totals, Scooby Carter. Only 4 guys over, into double digits, which is interesting. But, of course, we did go for picks. It's just we started going for swats more because, yeah, Adoree gets tested quite a bit. Like, it's not that he's bad. It's just that we usually trust him one-on-one. And, with 27 deflections, not bad, Not bad at all. Where is Adoree on catches allowed? Apparently, he's like the GOAT. What the hell? These numbers got to be wrong because obviously you can't allow 0 catches. That just doesn't make any sense. Most field goals made was Jonathan Brown. The most accurates were 4 guys into the 100 percentile. Punting, average yards per punt. Matt Hack was pretty good. Good job, Derek. I guess. I don't know if you really want your punter to be that dude. Couple of guys into 2,000 yards. That is a lot of touchdowns. We had the most punt returns. That means we did good on defense, right? Or we just didn't take the ball away. And that's pretty much the stats. Now for the main event. Well, let's take a look at these. Number 1, offensive yardage. What about yards allowed? Were we also number 1? God damn, we're good. This team is so good. We've done quite the impressive things. We're on the top for both of those. Fumbles, we usually are very low on. Picks, number 4. Sacks, Number, was that 6? Yeah, number 6. I have good quick maths. Titans, we allowed the second least amount of points. Who allowed the most points? Jesus, 600? That's a lot of points. I don't know the math on that, but that's got to be like 40 points a game. Least amount of yards allowed, we were at number 4. Least amount of passing yards allowed, we were at number 1. And that's pretty much that. Let's take a look at these awards now. What about weekly awards? We didn't get to see these. Did we have an MVP for Mariota? We did. Finally, my boy. I could tear up. I could do it. I could do it. My man Mariota is finally the league MVP, and look who's on top as the coach of the year. Okay, dude. There we are. We'll actually take a look at the NFC side first. Offensive Player of the Year, Dwayne Haskins. A lot of guys in the 90s for QB. Let's take a look at Defensive Player of the Year. There's that. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who? Oh, that's the quarterback. That's the fast quarterback. Exams is quarterback. Anyone else crazy? Okay, dude. Marcel Brooks. I think that's a linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. QB. Those are the 3 top dudes. Running back, Saquon Todd. Gentry is a superstar X-Factor running back out the draft. Jerry Jeudy, 97. DJ Chark at 93. Quez Watkins at 84. O-line. You know, pretty expected numbers. Most of these guys in the 85 to 90 plus range. D-line, there's some big names here. Legacy score, really? That in the 30,000s for legacy score? Is that expected? I'm so confused. I always thought like if Tom Brady's is what, 18,000 legacy or something like that? How are these DNs getting these numbers? Am I losing it? Might be losing it. Mariota number 1. Did any of our other guys make it? No. I mean, really, if it's not Mariota, like Mariota is the one guy that we actually get stats for. Like everyone else is pretty average. Jalen Webster number 3 on Offensive Rookie of the Year for a backup. That's not bad. I had no intentions of even using him that much this year. We didn't even have a defensive rookie, I don't think. But of course, Scooby Carter was a rookie, which is kind of crazy. As a pure QB, Lamar Jackson at number 10, but because of the rushing numbers, number 2 MVP. All right, Ronald Jones at number 2 for running backs, and Webster dropped all the way to 10. They were number 5 and 6 for a while, and then huge drop off. What else? No. O-line, Marpet, Clabo, Nate Davis, all 3 of those guys on there, which is nice. Harold Landry, the second best pass rusher, so should make the Pro Bowl. Best linebacker goes to Jayon at 4 for us. Chubb, Vaughn, and Devin Bush above him, and Gilbert at number 6. So we got a coming out party. Jonathan Jones at number 7. It makes so sense, by the way. It's like they value deflections for DevOps, but picks are what matters for DB of the year. And Jake Elliott wins Kicker of the Year again, which is, that's just A-okay to me. Not bad at all. And let's take a look at these overalls. Obviously, we probably have a few upgrades, and then more importantly, quite a bit of morale. So Marcus Mariota is in 94 with his morale boost. He's maxed at deep. Pretty close to max at medium, and short is still pretty low, actually. I mean, Mariota's ratings aren't that great. He's just kind of a beast. Ronald Jones, what kind of upgrades does he have? 95 juke. 90 elusiveness, that's kind of big. That's actually kind of nice. Ball carry vision, that doesn't matter. Carrying 99 carrying, yet he fumbles here and there. Nice. What else? Clabo is an upgrade. That's interesting. Tylan Wallace is a lot better than 93 overall. Look at these numbers. Even take away the +2s, he's a very good player. Spec catch, I mean, he's still specking. He's just doesn't have a high rating, so I don't know what to tell you. What else? Batson's our other pupil. Pretty damn good player as well. We got some talent on this team. Wait, what about the blockers? Because that's really where the beast morale is used. The beastly morale upgrades it's really important for O-linemen. You're seeing these really high boosts on guys that are kind of average. Look at, he's 88 overall, but I mean, as pure run block and pass block, it's not great. The powers are pretty trash. The finesses are good, but is that really what matters? Finesse? And that's just defending. Power and finesse is just defending against the specific types, right? I believe that's how it goes, if I'm not mistaken. Mo Hurst with 92 block shed, 90 finesse, which is quite something. Nice. I mean, these guys are quite good. What about a Dory Jackson? I mean, still kind of, lacking a little bit. Man coverage isn't great, but kind of balling. Let's use these upgrades and then pretty much call the vid there. Obviously, we have a bit of a playoff run to hopefully make. And should we go run? Let's go run stopper. That didn't give us an upgrade at all. What do you get? I will take a speed upgrade. Thank you very much. Speed is now 89. Wow, we are quite the cheesers. We need run block and finesse. Well, I guess we need run block power, run block finesse. So let's go power, because I believe this is where you get the most run block stuff. So let's go with power. One upgrade. Okay, dude. Run block power. Thanks, dude. Like, that's why it's so hard to upgrade linemen, because they add all these damn stupid abilities, or these stupid ratings, like run block finesse power, pass block finesse power. If you only get 3 to upgrade 1, like, what the hell, dude? They're not going to be good. And that's pretty much all the upgrades. You don't really get any XP for the awards until later. So Mariota will at least hit a 93 overall to start the next season, but yeah, for all those people that, I know, I get it, I wanted Escape Artist too, all those people that kept saying I was stupid for not going improviser, we knew this was going to happen. I'd rather have a bunch of good passing ratings and good passing abilities, knowing I'm not going to get it, than to, to go for it. I don't know if we ever showed that we had sideline Deadeye, by the way, but perfect passing accuracy on all throws outside the numbers. Doesn't have that great of abilities anyways, but lofting Deadeye and sideline Deadeye all right, and then bazooka is great. But anyways, that's pretty much that. Drew Sample, you got to be that dude for us. We got you in free agency, knowing that this could very well happen. This happens quite a bit for us. 82 speed, just do it, man. Just freaking do it. This team is ready. Hopefully, can we go for the 3-peat? We'll find out soon enough. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. Like the video if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter at Jeromepkr. And anyways, hope you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!